Hello, writing teachers. Have you ever used ChatGPT or other Gen AI technology in your writing instruction? When I assign big writing projects to students, I always smell ChatGPT in some of my students' writing. So we as teachers in 2025, we cannot pretend anymore that ChatGPT or other Gen Is do not exist. But it is our professional obligation to have our students become responsible and ethical users of those technology. So instead of seeing ChatGPT as an enemy or ghostwriters, what's going to happen if we change our perspectives and see them as a peer reviewer, personalized writing tutor, and inspirational coach? Many of you may feel intimidated by those ideas because we do not know for sure the AI's affordances and constraints, especially in L2 writing. So, what are the differences between human generated and ChatGPT generated feedback? What are the distinct features of AI feedback? And how do our students themselves perceive those different kinds of feedback? To answer these questions, I made this video and I will introduce studies that explored the use of ChatGPT in L2 writing. Disclaimer: the studies I reviewed were all published in 2024 and examined the use of ChatGPT 3.5 in English as a second or additional language writing. What are the differences between human-generated and ChatGPT feedback? Stace et al. And this research team compared the qualitative differences between ChatGPT and human-generated feedback. The results showed that the quality of well-trained human reader feedback was higher than that of ChatGPT, except for one criteria, which is the category of criteria-based. Naz and Robertson also compared the ChatGPT generated and human-generated feedback and had a similar result. Although ChatGPT provided effective feedback, especially in feedback speed and content knowledge testing, the study identified that ChatGPT-generated feedback stuck too close to the rubric provided, and hallucination of information were also observed, especially when provided with a longer text. Those two studies argue that although we have the promise and benefits of incorporating ChatGPT in college L2 writing, there is need for human teacher oversight to leverage the technology effectively. Then what about student perceptions? Cart and Cart compared student perceptions of three different feedback sources: ChatGPT, peer, and teacher. The students recognized quality feedback, practicality, interactivity, and adaptability as ChatGPT-generated feedback's strengths compared to human-generated feedback, while also recognizing its shortcomings, such as occasional inconsistencies, dependence on the quality of prompts, absence of a human-like voice, and the risk of overdependence on automated feedback. The students assigned different roles to each feedback source. They associated peer feedback with socialization and instructor feedback with personalization. Solovely also conducted a study on student perceptions of three different feedback sources. The results showed that students generally incorporated feedback given by peers and ChatGPT in later revisions, while there were occasional disagreements and incomprehension of the feedback given by those two sources. On the other hand, the participants indicated that they fully comprehended teacher feedback and agreed with the comments. As for preference, most of the students favored teacher feedback and the combination of teacher and ChatGPT feedback over peer feedback. Some other studies that looked at learners' perceptions of AI in writing found that AI assisted writing benefited learners in the aspects of affective engagement with the writing process. They conclude that immediate feedback by ChatGPT increased their motivation and learner autonomy. These findings are noteworthy in that the influence of AI is not limited to completing certain writing tasks, but it has a wider influence and potentially offers a longitudinal support on learners' L2 writing development. So, what do those studies tell us? Those studies tell us that human teachers and AI can complement each other. We do have weaknesses. We cannot give instant feedback like AIs can do or strictly follow rubric. However, we do have strengths as human beings. We can use personalized tone and, at least for now, many students acknowledge that human teachers have better specialized content knowledge. While AI being AI and offers instant feedback based on big data, which is beyond human capacity, we as human teachers can focus on giving more humanized feedback. For example, when a student write about their favorite dish, we can always leave a comment like, "Oh, I want to try it. Please give me the recipe," and have a real written humanized conversation, which is something that AI can never do.